Boys and girls, this is Palo Buque. Probably my favorite place in the world to fly. Now, this is not cross-country stuff. We're not, headed cross-country here. You can go a few miles down the sand dunes both ways, but this is boot camp. When you're on launch and it's a little windier than you're accustomed to, and you're, apprehensive and scared to pull the wing up because you're not sure what's going to happen. This is the antidote for that. This is where you learn where the stall point is, what's going to happen if you pull up in high winds, and this is the place. You'll learn more here in a week than you'll learn in Oklahoma or pretty much anywhere else in a year, in my opinion, in terms of just if you work on it, if you work hard. We go here in the afternoons. We get here around 4:30. We're there till, 7:30 or 8. And by then, you're ready to go to the house. There's a guy doing some acro. You'll be ready to go to the motel because this will wear you out. Walking in this sand is tough. It's deep. And see, here's a guy. This guy right here, I really enjoyed him. He saw me filming with a nice camera and sort of played to the camera, and I appreciated the show. But this is a workout. These guys are here from all over the place practicing acro. One guy's name that was here this night is Max Martini. You can look him up online. He's a hell of a paraglider pilot from Brazil, I think, although I'm not sure. I don't remember. But you'll start off down low where these people are. When it's really strong, I'm sure probably Britain will have you start off down there and have you just back towards the hill. And the night generally starts off really strong up top, and then it sort of dies down as the night goes on. And I've waited 30 minutes. It was so strong, blowing, maybe 22 miles an hour when we got there, and I just didn't even, the first time I went, I just didn't even want to get my wing out. And then after a half hour or so, it would start to slow down, and I'd get a little braver and get on out there. But you'll see these guys, and these guys are all nice. If you have any questions or anything, these guys are almost always super willing to be helpful. This is such a great place to train. You can get hurt here. At least once I've seen an ambulance out here. I've got some video of that somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I'd have to hunt for it. But 3 times I've seen people get blown back. It was so strong they got blown back over the back. And fortunately, they all handled it well and nobody got hurt. But you do have to respect it. But this soft sand will give you a little bit of be a little bit forgiving if you come down a little hard or something. So this is definitely the place to push the envelope and find out what you can do. I love this place. It's just magical. Here's a guy, he's shaking the sand out of the front of his wing. He's got the wing upside down there so that the leading edge is pointing down, and he's shaking the sand out of it because you will get sand in your wing out here. But one of the last times I was there, somebody showed me that trick, and I got where I could do it pretty well. I have to practice it again now, I'm sure. The secret here in this deep sand is to let your wing pull you. You don't want to walk under your own weight on the sand, carrying your gear. It's just too tough. Once you learn to let that wing do the work and pull you, you'll be a much happier camper. See, this guy's just hovering there and doing twists. Twist all the way one way and then twist around the other way. And he always knows which brake to pull. You can see him kind of cross-controlling there. He always knows which brake to pull to get to do what he wants to do. Just really in control. This is nothing but practice. See how that guy's letting the wing just pull him along there? He's kind of skiing along the sand there. These guys really get good practice here. And this is my buddy Stuart Wilson. Stu is with us down there, and this is early in the evening. And I'm sure this is probably how Britton will have you guys start out. He's just kiting, keeping his wing above him and backing up toward the hill. He's not in the real steep part yet. It is steeper than it looks, but he's still backing up pretty easily there. And then he'll stop and rest for a little bit, and then he'll back up some more. Britton's going to show him how to do it here. This is Britton. And you can see Britton, he kind of cheats and turns sideways and runs with the wing. That takes a little more practice, but once you get where you can do it, it's so much easier. You can tell he's almost flying right here. He's moving very easily, almost off the ground. And I think he kind of sees this guy coming up on his right and doesn't want to fly yet till he sees what this guy's going to do. But once this guy gets out of his way here, he pulls his brake there, and he's up and in his harness, and he's off. And he's down at the bottom. We're launching from the bottom. Everywhere else you guys have flown, you're used to launching from the top. It's way too strong on the top, at least early on. We're launching from the bottom here, and it's much safer. The chances of you getting pulled all the way up over in the back of that hill are pretty slim. If it's that strong, Britton probably won't have you start yet. But this is just so awesome. I can't wait for y'all to see. Here's a guy doing some wing overs close to the hill. Not something I would do or recommend, but this guy looks like he's got his stuff together and is pulling it off pretty well. Meanwhile, there's another guy below that's letting the wing pull him up the hill as well. And I'm just showing y'all the little kind of training hill right here. Over to our right, if I would pan up and look that way, there's a whole huge, like 3,000 foot thing you can go up. And a lot of people will go up there, and you guys will get to go up there too, I'm sure. You do have to watch out for traffic. As you can see here, it would be pretty easy. It's not as bad as Point of the Mountain if you've flown there, but it can be fairly busy. Sometimes that's the reason people want to go up on the higher hill, is just to get away from all these all this traffic. But I have to say, my favorite place is right there where those guys are, practicing with my wing, hovering, finding my stall point. This guy comes in a little hard here and dumps over. But again, this is sand. There's no sharp, big boulders or anything for him to hit. And now this is Stuart again. Stuart's backing up here. He's continuing with his workout of keeping that wing centered above his head and just easing back. He's getting a little closer up, but it's getting steeper now. And it is more and more difficult as you get backing up there. But at some point, poof, you're off the ground and you're gone. And here he is getting higher up. Now he's getting to the steep part. And you can kind of hear me complaining there that I was setting my tripod up. I'm trying to film Stuart for training purposes, and people, everywhere I go, somebody would get between us. But Stuart is getting real close there now. But you can see it's a struggle there. He is probably very tired. You can see his feet. It's hard to keep his footing now, but he's real close to getting plucked off of there. Just backing up. Now, I expect he's resting. I expect he's tired and is just kind of taking a break there. It's very tiring. It's a workout. Oh, there he turns around a little bit, lets the wing drop back. That's enough to get him plucked, and he's flying. And I expect you will have a very similar experience. It was a great trip. We had a great crew down there, had a big time every day. It was just full throttle all day long, and we had a blast. Great group there. And I cannot wait to do this all again with you guys here coming up in a few weeks.